All right, so we now come to the third presentation. Staying on the same theme, the same large theme, food waste, this group is also going to look at food waste in Japan. When you're ready, you may begin.
Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation. It is hot in these days. By the way, today we are going to talk about food waste problem in Japan. First, very cute girl, Yukiko, will introduce background. Next, Kyoko would like to talk about specific date of food waste. Next, Shiori will tell you about the edible parts of vegetables. Maito is going to talk about each country policy. Yuki will talk about summary. Finally, I tell you conclusion. By the end of the presentation, we hope everyone will know more about food waste problem in Japan. Okay, let's begin.
I tell you about background of this issue. Have you ever seen about food waste problem in Japan? Many Japanese people have heard some problems, but almost people don't act to reduce amounts of food throwing away food. However, are you aware that we also throw away food easily in our lives? For example, when you cut a carrot, you throw away the hard waste and the skin. When you eat a steak and your food, you sometimes leave them. In addition, in fact, some companies which make food production have a rule. It is 1/3 rule. It is that some companies divide expiration date in Japanese Shomikigen into 3 equal parts and set a sales deadline. In other words, for example, if the expiration date of a food is 6 months, the food is thrown away after 4 months. You notice that food waste problem in Japan is very serious, don't you? Next, Kyoko will show you specific number about it.
Now, I would like to talk about specific data of food waste. Do you know how much food we throw? Actually, in Japan, there are about 6.5 million tons of food lost in a year. In other words, all Japanese throw away food for 1 cup of tea bowl every day. Next, let's think about the case of stores. As for convenience store, there are 20,000 yen to 50,000 yen of food waste per day. At the convenience store, sales hours for bread, lunchbox, and rice bowls are fixed at 20 hours to 24 hours. I think this is one of the reasons of food waste at convenience store. That's the current situation of food waste in Japan. Let's go to the next topic.
I tell you about each country policy. In Japan, there are not many measures against food waste. If I give one example, there is an apply called Tabete. This apply system is that if one store puts the price, the stock, the deadline of the product with the danger of disposal on the web, we can find and buy products on the web. Thanks to this system, we can avoid wasting products due to shelf life for clothing store. but this is still only in Tokyo. On the other hand, overseas, there are many measures in each country. In America, there is a system that we can bring back the leftovers at the time of eating out, and the system is called doggy bag. The store prepares this container. In France, the food waste prohibition law is enacted. This law is mainly enforced in large supermarkets and prohibits the disposal of unsold and expired products. In Denmark, there is a supermarket that sells only expired products. We think it would be good if Japan would take the same measures as overseas, but it is difficult in Japan. Japan is hot and humid, so there is a concern that food rots.
Now I'm going to tell you about the edible parts of vegetables. If we try them, we could reduce our food waste. First, the pumpkin seeds and pith. We can eat seeds by boiling them, and pith has a soft texture, so we can use for omelets or cakes. Second, green soybean shells. We often throw them away, but we can eat them. We can fry and eat them as if they were like karaage. Or we can also grind and put them into soup. Last, Japanese white radish leaves. Cutting them into small pieces and mix them with katsuobushi, and we can eat them as if they were like furikake. So, did you know about these edible parts of vegetables? Why don't you try them? I am sure that they can help us reduce our food waste.
I will talk about summary. Today, we talk about the issue of food waste in Japan. First of all, we talked about the amount of food waste in Japan, and it turned out that one of the causes is how to handle food at a convenience store. Second, we introduced Japan's policy on food waste and the policy of each country. Some policies in each country were effective, but it seems that they could not be used in Japan. Third, we talked about the fact there are a lot of parts that can be eaten, even in the part of vegetables that you usually throw away. And we introduced the cooking method. Next, Tomoyuki will talk about our conclusion based on this.
We thought there are 3 ways we can solve their problems. First is to buy in advance as much as we can use before the expiration date. Second is not to leave the food that has come out. Finally, because there are problems due to Japan's strange conventions, to lose one's third rule is important. So if everyone does what we can do in this way, this problem will be better. Thank you for listening.
Very good, thank you. Yes, that was very timely. You covered some of the same points from the last group, which was good because it gave us a second chance to hear about what was mentioned in the previous presentation. But you also added that by giving some different suggestions, like the unexpected edible parts. With white radish, another thing you can do is you can chop it up, mix it with shoyu, and fry it a little, and it's quite good. I've done that before. But I didn't know about the pumpkin, and I didn't know about the edamame sort of use. So I might try that. Well done. So thank you for that. Very good presentation. Good job.